Hey guys, so this video I'm going to be solving I think about 9 problems on evaluating expressions. So this is an expression, something like this problem right here, negative 6c minus a, in parentheses we have 4 plus b. Okay, now without our key here, we wouldn't be able to solve this, but we know that a is negative 3, b is 4, and c equals 5. So knowing this information up here, we can evaluate this expression. All right, so once we substitute these values into this expression, we have to use the order of operations to then solve this. So here we have Pemdas. I have it written on the side just in case you need it. We're going to follow this order when solving and evaluating these expressions. So the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and rewrite this expression with these values in it. Okay, so, and we know that if a number is side by side with another number, this is multiplication. So we have negative 6. What is c? C is worth 5. Okay, so we're going to multiply this times 5. And I'm going to put it in parentheses so it doesn't look like a 65. But I know that this is multiplication. Minus a. A is negative 3. Okay, minus a, negative 3. And then in parentheses, 4 plus b. b equals 4. All right. Looks like a lot, but we can do this. So we're going to follow our order of operations Pemdas. Parentheses. Do we have anything in parentheses? The stuff that just has single integers in there, there's no operation for us to do. But I do see this 4 plus 4 over here, so I will go ahead and do this set of parentheses. 4 plus 4 is 8, and everything else just drops down. Okay, so I'm going to just rewrite the rest of this problem. Okay, done with the parentheses. Exponent. Well, there's no exponent. Multiplication or division. Remember, it's multiply or divide. And I do see we have some multiplication because remember, a number side by side, that's multiplication. And I'm just going to work from left to right. Just the way we read a book, read sentences. Negative 6 times 5. A negative times a positive will give you a negative answer. 6 times 5 is 30, so negative 30. And then we'll just drop everything else down. Okay, we have another set of multiplication right here because we have these two numbers side by side. Negative 3 times 8. Negative times a positive is a positive. Negative times positive is a negative. Is a negative 24. And then I'm just going to drop everything down. Negative 30. Oh, negative. I'll put this in parentheses if you like. But if you see this minus and negative side by side, this is the same thing as addition. So I'm going to make this a big plus sign. Negative 30 plus 24, our answer is negative 6. Okay, I forgot to mention that since we're doing this, evaluating some of these expressions in a video, please pause the video, try solving it on your own, and then you can see my work, compare it to your work. If you missed something, you can see what you did wrong. If you got it right, then that's awesome. Good job. All right. 2a plus 3b. For these problems, I'm going to keep a, b, and c, the value of a, b, and c the same. All right, 2a. I'm going to rewrite this problem, but I'm going to replace my variables here, my letters, with what I know, the information I know. A is negative 3. Okay, I'm going to rewrite this plus 3b. b equals 4. All right, no parentheses, no exponent, but I am going to multiply these guys because these are numbers side by side. 2 times a negative 3 is a negative 6 plus, I'll go ahead and do this guy too while I'm at it. 3 times 4 is 12. Okay, and then last step here is negative 6 plus 12 gets me positive 6. So here's my answer. Okay, moving on. Pick another color for fun. Okay. Now we have some absolute value bars here. That's okay. We're gonna do what's inside these bars. They kind of act as grouping, or think of it as, you can think of it as parentheses before you find the absolute value. So we're gonna do absolute value at the end. I'm gonna rewrite this again, knowing my values. This is 2b, so 2 times 4 plus 6c, or 6 times c is worth 5. Okay, here's my absolute value bar. And then we're going to do this multiplication in here. 2 times 4 is 8, plus 6 times 5 is 30. And I'm going to save this addition for last, because using my order of operations, I'm not going to do that to my next step. Absolute value bar is still there. 8 plus 30 is 38. Absolute value bars are still there. And the absolute value of 38 is 38. So my answer is 38. Remember, absolute value is how far away a number is from 0. Always positive. Negative absolute value of a plus c plus b. Okay, so same like before, I'm just going to replace these variables with their values that are given to me. A is negative 3, c is 5, plus b is 4. Okay, now we can evaluate this. I'm going to do what's inside my absolute value first. This acts as grouping. So negative 3 plus 5 is a positive 2. Still in parentheses. I'm sorry, still with absolute value bars. That's negative plus 4. The absolute value of 2 is 2. How far away is 2 from 0? It's 2 steps away. And this negative on the outside will make our answer a negative 2 plus 4. Negative 2 plus 4 is positive 2. Here is our first fraction. In a fraction, the operation that's happening with a fraction is division. Remember, you can think of this as a division symbol. Looks a lot like a division symbol, but instead of these numbers, we replace those dots. All right, so again, we're just going to rewrite this. I'm going to go across. A is negative 3. B is 4. And then over b, so over 4. Now for fractions, you're going to solve the top, solve the bottom, and then your very last step, you're then going to divide. So nothing's happening with my denominator. Still 4. Negative 3 times 4 is negative 12. Negative 12 divided by 4, or you can think of this as a fraction. You can simplify this fraction, is negative 3. Okay. I'm moving pretty quickly, but again, you can pause the video. Please try solving or evaluating these expressions by yourself. for some added practice. So again, just going to rewrite this guy, but instead of my variables, my letters, I'm going to replace it with the values that I know. So b is 4 minus the absolute value of a negative c. Okay, negative c. C is 5, so negative c is negative 5. First thing I'm going to do is go ahead and evaluate this square root. The square root of 4, you can think of this as what times itself gives you 4. 4 is a perfect square, right? 2 times 2 is 4, so this is going to equal 2. I'm just going to go ahead and drop everything down. The absolute value, I know that addition and subtraction come last, so I'm not going to do that till the very end. So the only thing left I have before addition and subtraction is this absolute value. How far is negative 5 from 0? It is 5, and we know absolute value is always positive. This is 5, and I'm just going to drop all of this down. Bring it all down. And now we're left with addition and subtraction. I'm just going to move from left to right. 3 plus 2 is 5 minus 5. 5 minus 5 is 0. Here's your answer. Box it. AB. It's not too bad. 2, A is negative 3. B is 4. When everything's side by side like this is multiplication. And I'm just going to work from left to right. 2 times a negative 3 is negative 6. Okay, now negative 6 times 4 is negative 24. I think that brings us to our last, oh, nope, sorry, we got 2 more. 2 more problems. Another fraction, okay. Negative b, b is 4, okay, so I'm still gonna write that there. I'm replacing this letter b with my value, 4. BC, okay, c is 5, divided by negative 2. Our denominator is just one number, so I'm just going to leave that there. Up top, we have negative 4 times 5, which is a negative 20. And you can think of this as a negative divided by a negative is a positive number. 20 divided by 2 is 10, positive 10. Okay, all right, now we are at our last problem here. 5b plus 3c over negative 3. Okay, 5b is worth 4 plus 3c, so 3 times 5, because my c is 5, over negative 3. So I'm going to kind of work on these sides separately, and I know addition is going to be one of the last things I do. So 5 times 4 is 20, plus 3 times 5 over negative 3. Now I'm going to focus on this here. 3 times 5 is 15 over negative 3. And when we divide at the end here, it's going to be a negative, because a positive divided by a negative is a negative 5. Negative 5. Okay, so this is equivalent to negative 5. It equals negative 5. So 20 plus a negative 5. Plus a negative. Same thing as just subtracting. So 20 minus 5 is 15. Okay, I hope doing some problems with you here has helped you evaluating expressions. I think now you will be able to complete that Desmos activity. Let me know if you have any questions.